tonight we're going to review my two custom figures, and especially the Mr. Knight, but in two different formats. One of them is a Marvel Legends scale, and another one is a for DC Multiverse McFarlane stylish, whatever you want you can call it. It's more for people who like to have the figures in that scale, that's it. I was thinking that it would be better to put these two figures in one review rather than review two of them differently. So, what I want to say is that which one's better to start? I guess the Marvel Legends, right? Because these actually both of them are the hard job to do. But I just thought maybe the Marvel Legends would be better to start with. So, the weapons. We all know that Mr. Knight usually used the Kali or yeah, I really don't know how you call it in English, but let's call it the sticks. And how I use it is just this, small sticks for kebab. Usually they put the meat on that, and there's a different scales and size of it. So I used this one. If it helps you, you can use the same. It's the wood sticks, and then I just painted it in white, and they scale perfectly for Marvel Legend figures, and it looks more natural than the regular, this Daredevil sticks. They are too big for him, and it was easy and hard to make him. Why and why? First of all, I didn't paint the body because it was already the white. I was waiting for the white suit figure for a long time, and when I saw that they released the arcade figure, which is the X-Men villain, I really don't care, but that works for me. It was, you probably still can find him for a not expensive price, so it was easy. And plus he already had the vest. That was the most important part for the Mr. Knight, because most of people forgetting that he has it and just ignore it. And I saw many customs of the Mr. Knight figure, and they are usually used any custom figure with, the suit figure with no vest, just painted in white, which is not cool to me. That's why I like it, and I was like, it's a perfect mold for the Mr. Knight. And the only problem that he had these two big sneakers, and he had this thing, not a tie, he had a different thing. So anyway, I just removed it, and I also removed his big sneakers and changed them with the others. I took it from the damn it, I don't remember the name of this guy. So it's not his feet, just want to make sure. And I just made the tie also with just a bendy wire. It was already like that and just glued there, so it perfectly works for the Mr. Knight as a tie, and it was good. Then I just and the head, of course. Let's talk about the head. How I made it. I took the head from the CGI figures. It was again the other like soldier guy or something, and I just put some clay on it, the special modern clay, and molded, and then just painted, and voila, we have this beautiful Mr. Knight mask. I like the depth in eyes. Yeah, I know there's still some beading of the skin, but I just couldn't sand it and properly painted. Plus, I usually pose my figure in front of my shelf, so it doesn't really bother me. Also, there's small details of the blood effects on some parts of the figure, like here, you can see it. And yeah, I think that's it. So, my first version of this figure was just white. White. It was just white without all these black outlines. And then I was just thinking it's kind of boring. And then I just added the outlines with a black liner all over his body to give this comic book look like bigger, because he usually looks the same in the comics. It's kind of, he's part of the style, and I really like it. So that's how I made him. Yeah, of course there is some still green parts here, but it's easy to just paint it. Overall, I really like it, how it's turned out. Maybe the body is already outdated a little bit, because right now we have a new suit body molds for the figure with nice legs, because I just hate these old skinny legs. Not skinny, I'm okay with the skinny. I just, there's some kind of a problem with the special legs for all custom figures, because they just cannot stand, like they're always, like, bends together, and it sucks. It looks really weird. You cannot pose him, you always fall down. That's why when I was making him, I was like, god damn it, when the Hasbro will update the suit body mold. And then they updated, but it was too late, I already made him. So yeah. We will come back for his comparison. And there's also another option for his interchangeable hands. I have it. You can use the hands from the White Vision figure, and it kind of fits perfectly for him. Like this. They are a little bit different shape of white. It's more like bright gray, but still working. Like here, look. You see? And that's how you can make it. Like this. And it's look good. Yeah. I guess it would be more important to compare it with the actual comic book figure or comic book look, like from the actual pages, and compare how good I made him. Like here you can see. Yeah, sometimes they draw the blue eyes on him, sometimes just white, but I like when he has some kind of blue outlines on his eyes. Like give some unique and glowing effects. But yeah, as you can see, it depends on the artist's choice how the mask usually draw. Sometimes it's big, sometimes it's small. But yeah, I was trying to make like here. Let's find some more. Yeah. So that's how I thought that some outlines, not so much. Here's too much of the black shading. I was thinking this one will be perfect. Yeah, you can see it, right? find it. There was like a page when he was sitting on the chair in a white suit. Well, anyway, it wasn't also good. I think I captured the perfect look of the Mr. Knight from the comics. Yeah, I can go extreme and go and add more um, black outlines on his mask or even the whole suit. But I actually tried. Yeah, I remember how I already did this, but it was not so good. So that's why I like when the white more name. Yeah, it's because the comics in the comics it looks good, but on the figure it does look so good. I don't want it to make him too sketchy. I also wanted to stay and leave him like he also like a real person in the suit rather than just it's a 3D model, right? Like or even 4D because it's a figure. That's why I know there is some really good example of the white and black figures with a huge amount of black shading, but I think in the figures it does look so good. It looks better on the comics, but not on the figure. Well, sorry for rambling and bumbling. Another thing for notice, I cut the vest after some time because it blocked the articulation on the body, and I want to really make his movement with no any blockment. That's why I just cut it, but I also wanted to leave the vest. So I just create this idea that it looks like he's just, open his vest, and it's just sometimes it sticks like here, so it looks really good. Now let's talk about the articulation of this figure. The head can move easily with no any problems. Up and down. Yeah, there is like a close look in his mask if you want it. The hands have a full 360. There is also some kind of small double joint arms. Toes can rotate, go up and down. Yeah, I just showed you how the body movement here. He's gonna have a decent split, full kick, double joint legs. The swivel here also available, and kinda not so perfect ankle movement. Oh, not ankle, ankle pivot. But again, he can do some pretty good poses. And I think it's enough for me, really. Nothing else I really need from him. Now let's remove him for some time. Just try to burn Mr. Knight. Yeah, what do you think? I think it's a really good custom figure. I haven't seen the figure like this. I was also trying to give some uniqueness to my figure. Unique look, And I think I did it with this Mr. Knight figure. Yeah. I was thinking why not to already So yeah, he's a new body mold for the Mr. Knight, and this is the new legs which I was talking about. They are more better sculpted than they don't have any pins. Plus, it's easy to stand him. Oh, sorry. But yeah, it's easy, much easy. What the hell? Usually he stands really perfectly, but it's just maybe because of my floor. But yeah, you can see there's a huge difference, of course. But I like to imagine that this is comic books in variant, and this is the TV series variant. Both of them looks really good. Oh my god, please stay. Yeah, that's so you can see it. And the movie, the MCU version is like a different vest design, and overall the suit is a little bit different. And yeah, I also repaint him a little bit, give him more dusty look with some black shading. So it's not fair comparison, but at least it's something. The hands are perfectly the same. Yeah, the head is different. I mean, the mask is different because they also MCU has like this weird scarf all over his face. I don't know which one you like the more. Both of them are actually good. And yeah, I did this. Who doesn't know? I made him vest like this so he could able to have a good movement here. That's why it's different. Originally, vest was glued with the vest of his jacket. That's why it was hard to articulate with him. The vest also and the jacket is a new mold for this figure. But yeah, and the shoes are also different. Anything else, it's much more the same. Yes, you can also put this MCU sticks to his hands, and there looks also good. And yeah, there is some details, but I really prefer just white because it's more comic book accurate. I really like this figure, it still looks good because it's really like a comic book figure. I wish we could have, you know what, we actually don't have any Mr. Knight figure from the Marvel Legend on this one. So I'm still waiting for the actual comics variant. I hope one day they will do this, the Hasbro, because they already start to give more attention for the Moon Knight figure. So why not to also give them Mr. Knight? They're the same person, you know, come on. Alright, now let's talk about this guy. Yes. First of all, he has a stand-up DC Multiverse stand, because yeah, it's a DC Multiverse figure. Here's how it look like. Oh yeah. This is the same like method which I use for the stick, just a little bit bigger because he had to have a little bit bigger than them. I also used the kebab sticks for this custom figure. Here's like a close look on his head and the vest, the legs. So, how I actually made him. If you noticed already, I used the Joker body mold, especially for the Mortal Kombat version. And yeah, I know he doesn't have the vest, so I just molded with modeling clay. And this looks good. Also, I removed. Wait. Yeah, the Joker figure didn't have any tie, so I just also molded, and it looks good. This one is, I think it's a bendy wire, and this one some black outline to the figure again to give him more comic book look like. What else? I actually changed this part of the hands because originally they were a little bit shorter, and I swapped them with the other Joker figure because I think they're a little bit bigger than the Mortal Kombat version, and I gave to the Joker Mortal Kombat version, so it's not 100% Mortal Kombat Joker figure body mold. Yeah, I know that his pants has this design, but it actually also looks good because it's the part of the design. Just a white suit will be really boring, so I think it's okay for the Mr. Nightwing because the MCU version also has a lot of details and texture all over his suit, like especially the vest and the jacket. So why not also to have him some texture on his pants, right? Notice small reminder for people who want to try to make like custom or do the same with your figures. There's a little bit small warning about the white paint. It's not a good choice for the beginners because the white paint is the hardest paint for working with because you need to have more layers of that. It's more time consuming and also it's always kind of hard to paint it. I don't know how to explain. Just it's really hard to paint because the white. If you want a really white figure, you need to have a lot of white layers. Without it, just will be the other paint will look comes off and just will ruin the figure. So yeah, it was kind of pain in the ass to make this figure, but I still like it. Also, he had like this thing, like Joker figure actually had that ending of the jacket, so I also cut it and then just add this part to give you more normal vest, a jacket look. Yep. Also, let's come to the actual head. How I did this? I used the Speed Bullets Superman or Batman figure head. I got his ears, and that's it. Then I just send it, and voila, we have the perfect mask for the Mr. Knight. I think it looks really cool. And then I just draw the moon. Yeah, no, it's not perfect, but it's kind of cool. I used this figurehead and made the mask for him. So it's not a red hood helmet for those who think it is. So I just got his ears, and then now you get this. When I saw this figure the first time, I was thinking it is the perfect mask for the Mr. Knight. And really good. Also, yeah, the black outlines in his eyes kind of looks cool. So that's why I added them. And he also looks like in the comics, right? Let's compare it actually. That's not a good sound. Right, like see how he looks perfectly in the comics. Like here. Yeah. Sometimes just don't draw any outlines in the eyes. So it really depends on your choice. But I think with the black eyeshadow he looks much better. Look, just crazy. Mr. Knight Comics, and here you can see how he has this eye shadowing, so it looks cool and correct at the same time, right? See? Yeah, you're right. I'm right. Goddamn right. See. So it really depends on how they drew him. Yeah. Now let's talk about the articulation of this figure. The head can go easily without any problems. Movement available here. They can go over 60. Double joint arms. Yes, good crunch. Yeah, I modified this figure. That's why I increased the range in our body section. And yeah, let's try to make some poses again. As you can see, there is quite let's compare him. Custom figure, which is my Moon Knight. And both of them looks really great together. I'm a huge fan of Moon Knight figure. Of the Moon Knight characters. So yeah, I had to make also them in the McFarlane size figure. Great. Right? Subscribe if you like it. And if you like it, do the helps me. What else? It's kind of cool scale of this figure because you can put them on the same shelf with Zeke Royce and Maro Sabat. They will fit perfectly. I guess he cannot stand without the stand. Well, he can, just because of my carpet. It's so